Hey there everyone, welcome back to Adam's Kitchen. So this week on the menu we have Madeleines. Now I love to bake these because they look impressive, they taste amazing, and to make them it's actually pretty simple and it doesn't take long to bake them either. So they make for a perfect snack or for a nice breakfast treat. So let's get into it by assembling the ingredients. So we need some unsalted butter, dark brown sugar, honey, granulated sugar, salt, flour, baking powder, eggs, lemon zest, and orange zest. So let's get started by melting the butter and brown sugar and honey over low heat in a medium pot. Now we're just going to kind of melt it and incorporate it together. Be careful not to use too high of a heat because we don't want to burn the butter. And we're just trying to keep it warm until we need it later on. Now let's move on to the dry ingredients. So in a large bowl, you want to mix together, or sift together, it's up to you, the sugar, the salt, flour, and the baking powder. Now you can sift it like I did, but if not, you can just add it to the bowl and use a whisk to kind of get the lumps out. Now, once you have it all in there, you want to make a little bit kind of a well in the middle. And that's where we're going to add the eggs one at a time and just slowly incorporating the eggs as you go. So one at a time, mix it in pretty well. Then once you have all the eggs in and it's fully incorporated and mixed and it's smooth, now you can start adding in the butter mixture. And again, it should be a little bit warm but not hot. And just slowly add it in a little by little and whisking as you do. And once it's fully incorporated and it's nice and smooth, then you can add the lemon zest and the orange zest. Now it still may seem like it's a little bit loose, but that's fine. So we're gonna put it in the refrigerator overnight and it'll kind of come together a little bit more. It should have like kind of like a runny consistency like a cake batter or something like that, or pancake batter. So again, what I do, and I recommend you do this too, you could use a plastic bag or you could use a bowl. You could keep it in the bowl if you have a large fridge. I don't, so you could just keep it in the bowl and use plastic wrap and make sure the plastic wrap is touching the mixture so that it doesn't form like a tough skin, because if it forms a skin, it's going to kind of show itself when you bake it and it's going to have like kind of unpleasant texture. So like I said, just put it in the refrigerator overnight, or if you do this in the morning and you want to have like it for like a dessert, you can do it in the morning, and about 6 to 8 hours later, they're ready to go. About 6 to 8 hours later, or overnight in my case, we're going to start the baking process. When we fill the molds, we don't want to go crazy because it does have baking powder, so it will rise a little bit. Now from here, we're going to put it in a preheated oven at 375 Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. Now we're going to bake these for 5 minutes, and then we're going to rotate the pan and bake it again for another 5 minutes while keeping an eye on it just to make sure that it doesn't get overcooked. Now, if you're doing the mini Madeleines, just do it for 2.5 minutes, then rotate the pans and do another 2.5 minutes, keeping an eye on it as well. Now about 5 or 10 minutes later, the Madeleines should be ready to come out of the oven. And to remove them from the mold, it should be pretty simple. If you just take the pan and kind of tap it, the Madeleines should come out pretty quickly, pretty easily. Now in my case, that didn't really happen because of, well, a couple of reasons. One, I did overcook mine a little bit, and the temperature of my oven really fluctuates a lot. Now, these Madeleines are actually perfect the way they are right here and now, but some people do like to dust them with powdered sugar when it comes to serving. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you give it a try yourself. It's a big game changer when it comes to like at-home cooking or at-home baking, because it looks difficult, it looks fancy, but it's really simple, straightforward, and it's a crowd pleaser. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. We'll be making some sesame chicken. That'll be great. All right, everybody, so thanks for watching. If you could please like and subscribe and share this with your friends and family, I would really appreciate it. So, thanks a lot, everybody. See you next week.